So good evening, welcome. It's after 6, so let's get started. I hope the other people will be able to rejoin us. They had some low bandwidth issues, I think. So I've been looking through my email and my Facebook, and people sending me problems or some things that gave them problems. So first of all, for the people that's here first, before I even start,
I have a few questions too, but
Mhm.
when you're done and you have time to do it, then I'll give it to you.
Well, let's work on your problem, and then we'll work on the one people sent me an email. Since you're here, let's help you first. So
Okay.
what's the problem?
Give me a minute. I have to go in my phone. Okay, yeah. So this is a slope question.
Okay.
A line M
hmm
passes through the point -2, comma 4.
A line M
Mm-hmm.
passes through a point.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
-2,
Mm-hmm.
comma 4.
Okay.
Has a slope of -2. Which of the following point also lie on the line M? I have the multiple choice answer. You want it?
Yeah, give me the multiple choice.
A 0 -4 6, B -1 2.
-1, 2. Hold on.
Yeah.
B.
I mean comma, right? -1, comma 2.
hmm Like that, right?
Hold on, I was reading yes. Um
Hi guys.
Good evening.
C negative 0
hmm
and 2.
Okay.
And D is 3 with -2. I mean, the way they did it was so confusing. I
So a
don't know.
line M passed through a point -2 4 with a slope of -2. Said which point goes through that which point is on this line?
Mm, hold on, let me check that.
Okay. Now I don't know how they explained it, but what you should be looking at is
Oh,
this
this
one
which of the following point also lies on the line M?
right. So this is one of the easier questions on the GD. So
Mhm.
when you watch videos um and you go through um when people are doing examples like this, they quite don't explain it. Um, they go through hoops, right? So they go through this long explanation. So let me just explain this.
Mhm.
Remember, any point on that line should satisfy that equation. So the first thing you have to do is you have to find the equation of the line. That's the first thing. You have to find the equation of the line. But they give you two important things. They give you the slope and they give you what point that it also passes through. So the easiest way to do that, and usually you can use on your GED formula sheet, they have the point slope formula. Y minus Y1 equal M times X minus X1. You can do it that way. This is the
Uh,
way I usually explain it. Watch this. So first of all, identify your givens. So your slope is M. You
uh-huh.
understand that?
Yes.
You have your point. You know your point has two values, a X and a Y. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Okay. And then we're going to use the slope intercept form. And all we're going to do is plug everything in. So instead of Y, we're going to use 4.
Uh-huh.
Instead of M, we're going to use -2. Multiplied by X, which is -2, plus B. Understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we get 4 equal 4 plus B. In order to get B by itself, we got to get rid of 4. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. So we get B equals 0. Okay. Understand that? So
Okay, so when you multiply 2, it give you +4, right?
right, because two negatives make a positive.
Correct. Okay.
So what you remember is M stands for your slope in the slope intercept form. and B stands for your y-intercept. So we just solved for B. So now we know two important things. We know the slope is -2. We know the y-intercept is 0. So now we can write the equation of line. Y equal -2x. Now, if the y-intercept was +4, it would be -2x plus 4. If the
Mm,
y-intercept was -2, it would be y equal -2x minus 2. But right now, it came out our y-intercept was 0. It's passing through the origin. Understand that? Okay. Now, once
mm.
you have that equation, this becomes easy. All you're doing is plugging in. What value of x will give you, if you multiply by -2, will give you y. So -2 times -4 is 8. So it's not A. -1 times -2 is a +2. Ding, 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 ding. We're done. So all I'm doing is plugging this in. So instead of y, I got 2 equal -2 times -1. 2 is equal to 2. That's it. That's all they want you to do.
So wait, I'm a little confused. I'm
No
sorry.
problem. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just plug it in X and Y
Mm-hmm.
with um the slope is M, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So how you got a -4 from the Y?
Where did I get a -4? What do you mean? I don't have a -4?
No, when you did the equation.
Or when I use the multiple choice, you mean?
No, when you got the 0.
Oh, so that's a one-step algebraic equation. So
Mm.
so here we got 4 equal -2 times -2 plus B. 4 is equal -2 times -2 is also 4 plus
Uh-huh.
B. In order to
Mm.
get B by itself, you must get rid of the -4.
Okay.
So this is the key. This is how you solve. This is how you solve a one-step algebraic equation. You do the opposite operation. The opposite of +4 is -4. But remember, you must balance your equation. You must keep your equation balanced. So whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. So I take
Mm.
-4 from both sides. So I get B, those fours cancel, bring down my equal, and those fours cancel, equals
Yeah.
0. Understand now?
Yes.
That's to get
So
to equation line. And this is now they probably won't ask you like this, but you need to know everything I just did. So you need to know how to take a point and a slope and get to equation of line. But the second part, to see if that point lies on the line, all you do is plug them in.
yeah,
That's
but
that's any equation. So
one
let me show you another example real quick. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let me clear everything out first for a second. And I got
Mhm.
y equal 2x plus 3. Okay. And say I make a table and x is 0, 1, and 2. When x is 0, my y is 3. When my x is 1, y is 5. When my x is 2, y is 7. These points are on this line, y equal 2x plus 3. So any point that lies on this line will satisfy this equation. They'll be equal. But first, in the example that we just saw, you didn't know the equation of the line. So you had to know to use that point and use that slope to find the equation of the line first. That's I can almost guarantee you will see um that type of question where they give you the slope and they give you a point to find the equation of the line. I don't know if they're going to ask you is a point on that line like this question does. Okay, but if they do, understand every question you're going to want to go through the same process. What are they giving me? They gave me a point. They gave me the slope. So I identified that the point will give me X and Y. I identified they gave me the slope, which is -2. So now that I have X and Y and I have my slope, I can use that information to find my equation of the line, which is Y equal -2X.
I
And then
under
you good
I
now?
yeah, I understand the first part, but I don't understand how you have 2 equal 2. Like that's like
Okay.
how I don't understand it
Okay.
how it be.
Okay. Let me erase this for a second. So we know the equation of the line is y equal minus 2x. You understand that, right?
Correct.
Now what we're doing, oops, didn't mean to do that. Now what we're doing, oops, oh my goodness. Okay, now what we're doing is we're plugging each point into the equation to see
Mm-hmm.
if it holds true. So when you look at that first point, what's my x value?
Is -2?
No, for the
Oh,
for multiple choice
-4.
A, -4.
Neg uh-huh.
So what's my y?
Your y is 6.
6. So instead of y, I'm putting 6. Instead of x, I'm putting -4. Understand that?
Oh, so the answer you gotta get -2.
No,
Like when you
this is from this equation. So my x, my y, I got my x and y from this point.
mm-hmm.
So then I'm seeing if they satisfy. So this comes out to 6 is equal to 8. That's not true. So it's not A.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'd use B. My x is -1. My y is 2. So again,
Okay.
2 equal -2 times -1. Got
Mm-hmm.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Because y is 2. My x is -1. Got me?
Yes.
So 2 equal 2. That's true.
Mm.
So your answer is B.
Okay.
Got me?
Kinda.
So
I'm gonna do it.
so let me so again, this is so remember I did so you have to know what's given to you. You know each
Mhm.
point gives you x and y. So all I'm doing is plugging each one in. So instead of my equation is y equal minus 2x. So instead of y, I'm putting a 2. Instead of x, I'm putting a 0. I'm just substitute them in. 2 equal -2. That is not true. So it can't be C. Remember,
So,
each ordered pair gives you an X and a Y. When you plug that X and Y into the equation, it must be true on both sides of the equal sign. They must come out to the same thing on both sides of the equal sign. So when I gave you that
ah,
example, y equal 2x plus 3, and I put x is 0, x is 1, and x is 2, I plugged each one of them in so you understand where points come from. Points on the line come from making that equation true.
okay.
Got me?
Oh, so because it balanced 2 on the right and 2 on the left.
Correct.
Okay, got it, got it.
All right.
No,
What's
because I was so confused with the negative. I thought we were looking for -2. That's what I
no,
thought.
we're not looking for -2. -2 is the coefficient. So the equation was y equal -2x. So that means
Mm.
is y equal -2 times x. So you take those points, get your x and y, and you keep plugging those in until you get it till they satisfy that equation. Then you know that point is on the line. So for example, if I gave you an equation, I said y equal minus 2x plus 3, and I want to know if 0 and -3 is on that line, if I want to know if 1 comma -1 is on that line,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I want to know if I don't know 0, 3 is on that line, or if I want to know if uh 5 and 13 is on that line.
Okay.
Well, so all we doing is plugging these in. So remember, each point has an x and a y. So -2 times x, which is 0, plus 3 equal -3. So this is my y,
Mm-hmm.
this is my x.
Mm-hmm.
This is my x, this is my y. That's where I got those from. Then I just do the computation. -3 equals 0 plus 3. -3 equals 3. That is not true. So now I know that is not A. I do the same thing for the second one. y is -1 equal -2 times 1 plus 3. -1 equal -2 plus 3. -1 equal 1. That's not true. So it can't be B.
But if it was -1 equal to -1, it would have been true.
It would have been true.
Okay, got it.
Exactly. So now let's try that third one. Let me erase some of this information so we can see C now. And I'm going to plug in C and then we're going to be done. Now, that's the easy one because you can see is C, but I'm actually still going to do it. So X is 0, Y is 3. So 3 equal -2 times 0 plus 3. 3 equals 0 plus 3. 3 equals 3. Check.
Correct. That is true.
Okay.
I know because you know how I was doing it. You know, there's one something like this, and then you have to work it out. Like divide. Like sometimes you take the 3 over to the equal side. Yes, and then that's I think that's the B we working for, right?
Well, that's if you're solving for that's if you're trying to find this right here. So let me
If
show
you're
you.
looking for B, right?
If you're looking for B, because we're
So
trying
I
to get
was
B by itself. Because
yes,
the
yes.
first step in your problem was we had to find the equation of the line first.
Oh, because I was so confused with it. So that's why I was like, oh, this is a new thing, but I understand what you're doing. Thank you so
Good,
much.
good. So I had somebody send me I don't know what this video was from, but I had someone send me a problem. Okay, she's and you know, in the mail, I'm having problems doing questions like this. First of all, when you get a question like this, you're going to have this is a more difficult problem. Okay, but I'm going to show you how you would do this problem. So, first of all, let me make some multiple choice up. First of all, let me show you how this is a system of equations. This is considered a difficult problem. First, hey, Lynette, how you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So this is considered a difficult problem, but I'm going to show you how the GED will give you this problem. So first of all, identify your givens. You have $1.55 in dimes and nickels. There are 23 coins in total. Okay, so say X. Well, I could use N and D, but I'll use N and D. So I'm gonna say N stands for nickels. D stands for dimes. My first equation is I know there's a bunch of nickels and dimes, but it's 23 of them. So X plus Y equal 23. Does everybody understand what I got that first equation from?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
My second equation is 0.5. Oops. First of all, let me go back. I'm not using X and Y. I'm using N and D. I'm using N and D. So N plus D equal 23. The number of nickels plus the number of dimes is 23 coins. So this is this first part right here. Second point is I need $1.55 with all the dimes and nickels. Well, we know how much a dime and nickel is. So we got 0.05 times the number of nickels plus 0.10 times the number of dimes equal $1.55. Everybody understand that? Okay. This is why this is considered a difficult problem. So remember, when you're solving a system of equations, you want to eliminate one of the variables. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract D. So I'm going to say N plus D equal 23. So I'm going to subtract D from both sides. I get N equal 23 minus D. That's one way you can do it, and we can substitute in. So everywhere we see N, we're going to put 23 minus D. We could do it that way. I wouldn't suggest it for the GED. Okay, so that's one way you could do it. You could use substitution. But this is the way I would recommend you do. Okay. when you look at the coefficient in that second equation, you have a coefficient of 0.05 in front of the n, and you have 0.1 in front of the d. Does everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I would recommend. We know how to find 0.1 of something. We just move the decimal one place because 0.1 is 10%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this first equation by negative 0.1. Hold on, Mr. Tenzi, why'd you multiply by negative? Where did you get a negative from? Remember, we want to eliminate one of the variables. So the opposite of 0.1d is negative 0.1d. So we're going to multiply this first equation by negative 0.1. So we're going to distribute. So we get negative 0.1n minus 0.1d. Now, again, we can add a zero. A zero at the end does not change the value of a decimal. Equal negative 2.3. So all I did was multiply negative 0.1 times each of these values. Did everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I have two equations. Okay, I'm going to bring this equation down. I'm going to keep that equation exactly the same, but I'm going to put it right underneath so you see what's going to happen. So I have 0.05n plus 0.10d equal 1.55. You should see right away that the d's cancel. So we're going to get negative 0.05n. If you having problems with that, grab your calculator. So let me grab my calculator so we can see it. You should not get any sign numbers, any negative, any problems having to do with decimals wrong because you have your calculator. So negative 0.1 plus 0.05. That's why I got the negative 0.05n. Okay. So every time you're practicing sign numbers, negative numbers, subtract, whatever you're doing, combining like terms, you can also use your calculator. Don't make a mistake. Use your calculator. So we have minus, let me get my pencil back, minus 0.05n equal, again, here's those crazy decimals again. Oh my God, I got to add a zero. Don't waste your time. Take your calculator, learn how to use it. Negative 2.3 plus 1.55. I get negative
Negative 75 cents.
0.75. Okay, does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm going to show you a much easier way after we're done. You're going to be like, oh my goodness, Mr. Tenzi. Now, this is just like we did before. This is like a one-step algebraic equation. So I'm going to move it over here. Let me take a picture of this first so you can see it. Then let me erase some of this. Let me erase some of this here so I can have some more room over here. So we got negative 0.05n equal negative 0.75. In order to get n by itself, we need to divide by negative 0.05. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. Okay? The negative 0.05s cancel. We get n equal negative 0.75 divided by negative 0.05. Oh my God, Mr. Tenzi, I hate decimals. Make them whole numbers. Move this two places. 1, 2. Whatever I do on the top, I do on the bottom. 1, 2. N equal 2 negatives make a positive. 75 divided by 5, which is 15. So the number of nickels you're going to have, because N stood for nickels, 15. This makes it easy. If there was 23 coins, that means the number of dimes I'm going to have is 8. Because 15 plus 8 is 23. So let's check it. So this is getting a little crowded here. So 15 dimes, 15 nickels and 8 dimes. So let me clear it first. So N equal 15, D equal 8. So again, we grab our calculator and we're going to check our work to see if that works out. So 15 times 0.05 plus 8 times 0.1. Did we get $1.55?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Now, watch this. Now I'm going to show you the easy way. Now I'm going to show you how you do this problem in less than 1 minute. That problem took forever. You're probably sitting here ready to bang your head on the wall thinking, I'm
You know,
never
you got
going
that
to
right.
understand this problem.
He read our minds.
Right? That's what you were
Yes.
thinking. Like, oh my God, I'm never going to pass this. Watch this. Watch this. A is 10 nickels, 13 dimes. B is 8 nickels, 15 dimes. C is 15 nickels, 8 dimes. D is 20 nickels, 3 dimes. So watch this. This is how you're going to see the problem when you take an exam. They're going to give you multiple choice answers. Instead of solving this algebraically, you're going to solve it with common sense. Watch this. Now, remember, you can start the timer, but watch what happens. Watch this. The first thing I know is both the dimes and nickels must be equal to 23. So I look at A, 10 and 13 make 23. B, 8 and 15 make 23. 15 and 8 make 23. 20 and 3 make 23. So I know all three equations, all four multiple choice, satisfy the first equation. There are 23 coins made up of nickels and dimes. We know that, right?
Yes.
Watch this. Watch the common sense way. Watch this. Let me clear this out so you can see this done in less than a minute. Watch this. 10, I'm going to use A times 0.05 plus 13 times 0.1. Did I get $1.55?
No.
No. Let's go to choice, multiple choice number 2. Now you could write that over, or you could go back into the equation like I showed you in the ebook, but I'm going to write it all over so you can see it. 8 times 0.05 plus 15 times 0.10. Did I get $1.55?
No.
15, go to option C. 15 times 0.05 plus 8 times 0.10. Did I get $1.55?
Yes.
I'm done. I don't have to rack my brain. I don't have to bang it on the wall 10 times. This is what you have to understand. Understand how to get the two equations, that both of them must equal 23. And then you just take the multiple choice and plug it in until you get $1.55.
That was super easy.
So that's what I try to explain to you, that yes. So what I wanted to show you was, first of all, how you would do this algebraic. And I heard some grunts. I saw some sweating. I saw some sweating coming from your brow. I saw your head. If you ever saw I'm Going to Get You sucking the guy's big toe go boom, boom. I saw brains going like that, boom, boom. Listen, I understand. This is why you're here. I'm going to show you an easy way to solve these problems. This way is much faster. Plug them in. Now, what I also would suggest is, how many system of equations are you going to get? You may get 1 or 2. So I wouldn't spend 3-4 days studying the system of equations. Now, if you're going to post-secondary school or you're going to community college afterwards and you need to take the AccuPlacer, then you need to know this, because you won't be able to do that on those exams. You won't be able to plug the multiple choice in. They're going to say, solve this system of equations. Now, you also might get one like this. Where's the study guide? Study guide, where are you? There we go. You also might get one like this. And again, this is not difficult. You just need to understand the steps that you need to take to solve it. And I can't find you. Where are you? There we go, right there. They already have the system of equations for you. What you need to understand is, in order to solve a system of equations, I must eliminate one of the variables. So if you notice, this is the easiest question on the exam. You already it's already eliminate one of the variables because you got two opposites, plus 3y and minus 3y. They already cancel. So you get 8x equal -8. Divide both sides by 8, you get x equal -1. 15-second problem. You have to understand the concept behind system of equations. You must eliminate one of the variables. Okay. Again, let me try to find another question. Let me see. System of equations, word problem.
Will we have any questions with like permutations, like the combinations of permutations and stuff like that?
Yes, you will. So you probably will have one. So again, combinations are very easy. You just multiplying the options. Let me show you. And again, you know, I wouldn't. Again, that's one area. Also, I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time.
Okay.
Because you might have one. You might have one. You're not going to have two. Since 2014, I've only seen, usually they give you one, like here. So a restaurant serves custom-made omelets where guests select meat, cheese, and vegetables to be added to their omelet. There are 6 vegetables available, and guests may select any 2 vegetables for their omelet. How many different combinations of 2 vegetables? What? Are you kidding me? What are they talking about? Like, how am I supposed to figure that out? Is that what you're thinking?
Yep. And it does come up.
What comes up?
This quite a question just like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how would you do this problem?
It look like 30.
Huh?
It look like 30.
What looks like 30?
Like combination.
So how did you get 30?
Like there are six vegetables, and I said 6, 5, 4, then 4 or 3 or 2. I just multiply the start of a 2 number, 6 and 5.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. So she did it visually, basically. So if so, for example, you got vegetable 1, vegetable 2, vegetable 3, V4, V5, V6, right? So if you pick vegetable 1, your second vegetable could be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If you pick vegetable 2, your other vegetable could be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you pick vegetable 3, your other vegetable could be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Do you understand how I'm doing that? So now what you see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time there's 5 of them you could choose, right? 5 and then 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, watch this. Okay. Again, I'm going to show you how to do any of these problems in less than a minute. This is called part of permutations, right? 6, choose 2. So I got 6 vegetables. I need to choose 2. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. And again, I explain this all in my ebook, how you use each one. Watch this. I'm gonna show you how to do it in 15 seconds. I don't have to draw all that diagram. I don't have to do all that. Watch this. 6, choose 2. Bam, done.
But which one did you pick? You didn't get the combination one or the permutation one?
So combinations, okay. So even though they use combinations, right? That's really, so let me show you let me give you an example of what they want with combinations, because that's where the confusion comes from. Say, for
Yeah.
example, I had 6 meats, 4 vegetables, 2 starches that I could pick from, right? Watch
Yeah.
this. So I'm gonna show you what the 2 things you need to know for the GED. That's all. So when you look up permutation combinations, again, your brain looks like, oh my God, what are you kidding me? So what I try to do in the ebook is show you the 2 different types that you're going to see. You're going to pick a choose and you're going to pick a combinations. Watch this. How many different combinations?
Yeah.
Watch this. 6 times 4 times 2. 48 combinations that you could pick. There's 48. Oops, where's my pen at?
So then you have 6.
6 times 4 times 2. That's the max you can have. That's easy. It's nothing to remember. So for permutations and combinations, it's going to be choose K. So 6 choose 2. Or combinations where you multiply. That's it. That's all you need to know. Don't waste your time because if you're only going to get one problem, why? If you're trying to study permutation combinations, you could study for 2 to 3 days and still not understand when. They have a whole class. I took the class in college that has to do with this, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm telling you right here, you don't have to waste your time. The number of combinations, I'm multiplying all of them. If I got to choose choose K. So I got 6 vegetables and I need you to choose 2. I'll show you how to do it right in your ebook. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and you're done. That's it. That's what I would tell you. Because
so on this one, would you do 6 times 2 times 2?
So now, when you're talking about 6, it's not 6 times 2 times 2. So what they're asking here is if you have 6
this
vegetables.
is just an example to the one that we just did, like the one you just showed us.
Right. If you have, say that again.
Like just the last question you did.
So if I had, let me hit undo. If I had that, 6 meats, 4 vegetables, 2 starches. Right? How many different combinations could I have? It'd be 48. 6 times 4 times 2.
Okay.
That's how many different combinations you can have.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they just multiplying all of them. So all you're thinking when you read a problem like this, do I have to choose anything? If I have to choose, then I'm gonna use choose K. I can use my calculator. If it's not, I need to multiply. There's so many things you can learn in probability that got to do with permutation combinations. It'll blow your brain because then you got to go with a factorial and all this different stuff. So in my ebook, I kind of explain it, but what I also do is explain 2 different problems that you can expect. So choose K, or we just multiply the values out. And you'll be able to see which ones. So if you look at my ebook, you'll be able to discern when to use what.
Do you think we'll get a factorial one?
If you do, I mean, I doubt it. But 5 factorial just means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's all factorial means. And that's on your calculator too. So if I want to do, 5 times 4 is 20, times 3 is 60, times 2 is 120, right? Let me clear it. So I wanted to do 5 factorial, be 5 factorial. Let the calculator do the work for you. Again, this is why I show you all the shortcuts in the ebook. That's why I explain to most people, listen, once you take your practice test, Go through the ebook. Take 2 weeks. Go through each lesson. Think of 17 lessons. Do 1 or 2 lessons a day. It'll take you a week to 2 weeks. Go through it. Do the examples. Practice. Then as you start practicing, you'll realize, oh, I don't have to waste my time on certain things trying to. Right now, what you're doing now is you're trying to learn every concept and have full understanding of every single thing you're doing. And what's happening is when you try to learn so much in so little time, you're getting yourself frustrated. You're getting yourself upset. You start, the negative things in your head start working. Oh my God, why can't I understand this? Oh, I've been out of school. I'm dumb. All these different things you start calling yourself. This is why I made the ebook, because I'm giving you shortcuts that you don't even have to worry about it. So instead of you spending 2, 3, 4 days trying to understand permutation combinations, go through the ebook. I show you oops, I'm sorry. I show you in 2 seconds or under 30 seconds how to do any problem they're going to give you. Because you're never, so certain questions, for example, that you need to know, right? But there's also questions you're never going to use. When did you ever?
Okay, sorry for interrupting. I just got my result and I passed the math test.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations.
my friend is there and she don't know. It's surprise for her too.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes,
So,
I just got the email. Thank you so much.
yo, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I'm glad you joined us and let us know the good news.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Can you
So
send
happy.
can you send me an email with your scores so I can give you a congratulatory post? Now I'm a little bit behind. I got like 14, 15 people I need to
Yes,
post.
sure. I can't believe like I passed. Oh my God. Like 1 year I like struggled for math. Last year I failed only by 3 points.
Well, I'm glad
So
I could help you.
happy.
I'm
I'm
glad I
so
could help you.
happy.
Good. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And this is why I created the ebook. This is why that's why I have this course every create the math course, and this is why I have these classes every Monday. So you won't listen, so you won't have to study for years. I'm giving you the roadmap. Take your practice test. Get the ebook. Go through the 17 lessons for 2 weeks. Then start studying from your practice test. You'll see the concepts that you need
And
explaining.
so sorry for interrupting again. I made 148 for the practice test, the ready test, and I just got the 157 for the real one.
Yes, 157. Look at that.
Yes.
You went from not passing to 157.
Yes, because everybody say like you have to score like 150 up and I'm gonna try the real one. But I say no, I give like one chance for one chance for maybe I pass. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. And I'm glad you could come and let us know. So a lot of times when people do pass, I tell them, look, come to class, because why? This sometimes is something that bogs you down for a long period of time, whether it's months, whether it's years. I had somebody the other day sent me an email. She'd been trying to pass her math for 4 years. And she didn't buy the ebook. All she did was use my YouTube videos and use my practice tests on my site. She didn't even buy the ebook. She just used my videos and used my practice site to practice. And that's all she did. And she said she literally, so she'd been practicing, she'd been trying to pass for 4 years. And she finished in less than a month after finding me on Reddit. Okay. So again, what I would suggest, take your practice test. It's going to give you a prescription of everything you need to go over. Take the ebook, take 2 weeks. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take longer, but use the ebook for about 2 weeks so you know how to use the calculator effectively. And then you go back in and you touch those subjects or concepts that you had issues with. You use my math site to practice. Once you got that concept down, you move to the next one, move to the next one. Then when you're finished, take a practice. I guarantee you your practice score going to go up 10, 12, 15 points. And then when you have that, go take your test and you pass. All right, so it's about 6:51. Any other questions Matter of fact, I think that person sent me another system of equations. Let me see. Yeah, that one was. This looks like from the Kaplan book. It looks like. But this, I wish I would have saw this when she first sent it to me. I would just use this. Watch this. I don't have to do anything. Watch this. Identify my given. So a plain chocolate bar, $3 each. Almond bar, $4 each. I sold 417 bars for $13.79. My multiple choice, again, so I'm going to grab my calculator. Watch this. I'm going to do this problem right now, live. I'm going to do it right now. Watch this. Let me write this down first. Chocolate bars was $3. And the almond, it said 4, right? I think it said, let me make sure. I think it said 4, right? Almond 3, almond 4, right? Okay. So I know I must have 417. So I'm looking at these, and these are all add up to 417. So watch this. I'm gonna go to A. I'm gonna use my option A, which is 263 almond and 154 plain. Does everybody see that? So I'm gonna take the 263 and I'm gonna multiply that by 4 because each almond bar is $4 plus 154 times 3. If I get 1379, I'm done.
Yeah.
Did I get 1379?
No.
No, I did not. So now I go to the second one. 263 times $3 this time because it's 263 plain plus 154 times the price of the almond, which is $4. Did I get 1379?
No.
So it's not B. I go to C, 289 times the price of the almonds, which is $4, plus 128 times 3. I should get 1379. Let's try the next one. 289 times 3 plus 128 times 4. Did I get a 1379?
Yes.
I'm done. I didn't do any algebra. I just used my multiple choice and plugged them in. That's the common sense way to solve this problem. Listen, solving this algebraically would take forever. It would take you about 8 to 10 minutes. But this is why this is considered a difficult problem. But they're giving you the multiple choice. They're giving you the possible answers. Plug them in. I just showed you step by step how to use the multiple choice to solve this system of equations problem. Let me clear it and make the calculator nice and big so you can see everything that I did. But this is what I mean by I'm trying to save you time on each problem. So instead of you spending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes on this problem, now you finished in 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and you're done. And you didn't do any algebra. You didn't set up any system of equations. Now, what you also have to discern is that this is extraneous. $660 went towards providing scholarship. So what? I need the numbers that I know is going to make me 1379. This is the confusion right here. What did I do with the 660? You don't need to do anything with the 660. The bars is what brought you the money. And that's what you use in your system of equations. And this is why I recommend using my site to take practice tests. Because the more you go through the practice, I think I got 14 or 15 of them now. You'll see the type of questions. So when you see them on the test, they won't. The biggest thing about the GED is the frustration and the anxiety that the test causes you. So the two things I'm telling you is to be prepared. How do you be prepared? Take multiple practice tests. I got 14 of them. You can take as many times as you want. The second thing I told you, if you don't think you can do it, flag it for review and skip it. If you use those two tips, you won't get frustrated. You won't get anxious. You'll pass your exam. All right. Let's do one more question before we leave. That hour went fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did.
So anybody have another question? Let me go to a blank page that you want me to
Yes,
go over.
yes, I do. I do.
That's hilarious.
Ah,
I'm ready. I'm waiting on you.
okay, good. So this is a function table, right?
Mhm.
And it's very what can I say, confusing.
Okay.
Okay, so it said add one number to each column of the table so that it show a function. Do not repeat an order pair that is in the table. Click on the number you want to select and drag them into the table. Okay, so you know the function x and y. So
Mhm.
let's do x.
Mhm.
6, 3, 9, 7, 8.
Mhm.
And y is 6, 8, 12, 8. And we have a missing, correct. So we have multiple choices, 3, 6, 7.
What do you mean 3, 6, 7?
They just have that in they don't have A and B. They just have like 3, comma, 6, comma, yeah, 7, 8, 9, and 12.
So what number can go as y?
Yes, to make it a
Now,
function.
now let me ask you a question. Are you sure the box is not under x?
No, X have 8.
This is, first of all, whoever made this problem made a mistake. This is not an accurate question to
But
tell if
it was
something is a
from the
function.
GED Ready Math Test.
Then you did it, you said it wrong. So what happens is, so let me show you what they want.
Or maybe they have 2 missing,
They
X
got
and Y.
2 missing. They got 2
Mm,
missing.
I was
Okay.
thinking that too.
So this is what you got to remember about a function. It's very important. Let me rewind. This is the easiest question on the test.
Oh, I'm sure.
But guess what though? It's
Uh,
one of the most missed questions on, hold on, Mr. Tinsley. If it's the easiest question, how can most people get it wrong? That doesn't make sense because you don't know what you're looking for. What
Yeah.
people are, they're trying to find a pattern. They're trying to find some equation. They don't even know how to do this problem. Watch this. I'm going to show you in 5 seconds. This is the easiest question on the test. For every x, there is only one y. So under my x value, I'm going to go down one by one and I'm going to cross them off. Because for every x, there's only one y, my x's cannot repeat. So it can be 6, it can be 3, it can be 9, it can be 7. So for my x, I could put 8 or I could put 12.
mm-hmm.
For y, you could put anything. As long as your x's do not repeat. As long as the order of repair does not repeat, but it can't repeat because your x can't repeat. So your order pair can't repeat.
That makes sense. So you can put an 8 on Y, you can put a 12, you can put
You can
a
put
6.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Doesn't matter what you put.
Good.
As
Thank you.
long as your x value is not repeated. This is the easiest question on exam. It's been on every exam since 2014.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too, but the way they send me the question, I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense. That's why I have to ask someone.
Right, because what happened was you were looking at the x and y values and your mind was saying, what is the equation? You're trying to figure out an equation. You're trying to figure out a pattern and you can't see the pattern. You're not worried about a pattern. Okay? So what you're looking at, when they use that word function, there are going to be 2 things you're going to have to do if you see the word function. Either going to have to evaluate it or you have to see if it's a valid function. This right here is to see if something is a valid function. They could give you points. They could give you a graph. They could give you a table. All you got to remember is my x's can't repeat. So go on my YouTube channel, search for functions. I got a video explaining this same problem.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Any other questions before we leave?
No, I'm good for now. Maybe next
No,
week.
thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Keep them questions coming. I'm glad you joined me. Remember, don't get stuck during the week. If you have questions, shoot me in your text or email,
Yeah.
and I'll try to answer them for you.
Mr.
Thank
Can
you.
you send me the thing for the practice test again?
Okay. Didn't I send it to you, Javette?
I don't even remember, Mr. Tensley.
All right. So I'm gonna send it back to you. Listen, send me an email.
Okay.
Send me an email to remind me. And then I'll send it to you. So you can sign up for the course.
Okay. Thank you.
Everybody
Bye.
had a wonderful
Thank you
evening.
so much.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr. Tinsley,
Yes.
can you send me, is that the new practice?
Yes, the new course.
All right, can you send it to me?
Hold on for 1 second.
All right,
I'm gonna send you right now. Hold on.
sorry about your dad.
Yeah, that's been a tough one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
sending you texts, but I didn't know if you had got your number changed or.
Doing while he was sick. What happened was when
No,
he was sick.
like recently, because I was trying to tell you, I was trying to get back into the class and stuff like that, but I didn't know. I said maybe he got his number changed and somebody just texted me back and it ain't him. Just the last 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I text
Hold
you.
on, let me turn this recording off. Hold on. Pause
All right.
record.